I will not be deterred. Flyaways and all, in a muumuu, it doesn't matter. This is my third time trying to record this video. And the reason I say I won't be deterred is because I am not going to let minor inconveniences stop me from doing what I want to do. So, welcome to take 3. If I ever get take 2 or 1 back, we'll try it. That's what I get for trying to use fancy equipment. I want to start a new series, and this will call part 1 of this multi-series. I don't know how many, how frequently. We're going to live in chaos for a little bit. The series is called My Dad Died, Now What? And if I ever also get my ish together enough to figure out books, I will be compiling all of the lessons as well as the behind the scenes of what it's been to lose my dad this year. So the purpose of this video, a minute in, Jen, watch the time, is to share with you all that I had the absurd thought today that there was a way to grieve better. And it came up because I had reached out to a case manager through the Empathy app, which is a benefit of anybody who has MetLife insurance. Thankfully, my dad did. And I dabbled with the resource, but didn't really think anything of it. Last week, the grief, sad emotions hit me hard, and I reached out because even though I'm in therapy, I wanted to, find all the ways that I can do this as best as I can, including grieving. So I'm on the call with the manager, and I'm explaining to him what I'm looking for. And I'm like, ultimately, is there a way that I could do this better? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, can I grieve better? Is there a manual? What are the next steps? What can I do? How can I project manage my emotions and not feel them as uncomfortably as I'm feeling them so that I can do this better and ace it? And he's like, yeah, no, that's not a thing. And I'm like, what do you mean? I need to immediately be the best at all the things that I do. And he's like, yeah, no, not that I know that I want to be great at grieving, but I definitely wanted to bypass some of the depressing waves of it. And it led me to question, what other places in my life am I trying to perfect and do better that don't necessarily need to be improved, right? Or this is to say, don't need to be counted as milestones of how high or how much better you did it from the last time. Because the progress is the growth, is the mess, is the mistake, is the failure. And it's so cute to say, oh yeah, let's fail up. Nobody wants to fail. Point blank. Nobody wants to be like, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be the worst at it. This is great. And I've been reflecting not just in my grieving journey, but also my ADHD journey of this comes up a lot for me. I'm consistently wanting to perfect and to make things look easy or that's a Tuesday, no big deal. It's hard, And with my ADHD in particular that I've raw dogged basically my whole life, I've masked, maybe subconsciously, maybe not really knowing. And there's been this internal struggle to make things look normal or good because that's how it looked for other neurotypical counterparts. And if they didn't have to have the internal struggle that I'm having, then clearly I am not doing something right. And I could be better at doing this thing, including grieving now, which is a very natural thing to unfortunately go through, but all of us die and we have loved ones that we leave behind that mourn us. Then I'm like, yeah, this is no different. This is another thing that I could do at my highest potential and the best, and there will be no mistake about it. Because if I could overcome an entire life of compartmentalizing chaos into OCD and making everything look like I don't even have ADHD, little did I think that it was actually that obvious, then maybe I could do it with this too. And it gave me a little bit more grief towards myself for consistently making things inadvertently harder, for struggling and not just leaning into the natural flow of how and what I feel. And yeah, the thought creeps up of I don't amount to anything. So clearly, even with my grief, that's going to end badly or poorly, or just in a way that will bring shame upon my family, as if that's a thing. So I wanted to share that with you. I know it's crazy vulnerable on like a Wednesday afternoon, but humor me. So yeah, in my grieving process of my dad, I'm learning to grieve the masking of my ADHD. I'm learning to understand that chaos, whether it's compartmentalized or not, is still chaos, is still unstructured. Emotions are messy. You like how uncomfortable it makes me to even say it? Like, no, no, emotions are great because if you can identify them, then you can compartmentalize and you can make them pretty neat and stacked and do something with them later and hide it from people how internalized that struggle has been. Which is why, bringing it back full circle, despite my hair looking this way, despite my technology crapping out, despite me wearing a muumuu in the middle of the day, I am going to share with you there is no right way to grieve. There's no right, perfect way of doing, I think, anything that's natural of the human experience. And I've been robbing myself of having the full human experience because I'm trying to clean it up and I'm trying to perfect it and I'm trying to mask. So all this to say, my dad died. What now? Has also become a journey of my brain is not the same. What now? And yeah, wanted to share that with you all. I've only recently discovered the book by Jessica McCabe, How to ADHD. And that book has led to equal parts grief and equal parts vindication and equal parts frustration and equal parts relief. That just because I've been doing all the ADHD in a neurotypical way, I can now allow my brain to function in the way it's meant to function because it's the brain I've got and I want to be kinder to it. And I'm going to learn how to be kinder to it. And in the process, I'm going to learn how to be kinder to myself and hopefully kinder to all of you since we're all going through a lot right now. So yeah, this is part 1 of my dad died, now what? And hopefully I'll see you for part 2 in the very near future.